Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hi Krishna, I welcome you all. There was some glitch in the net. A net issue was there and I was not able to go live on YouTube. That's why it delayed. So there was a delay. तो हम करेंगे कल के continuation में problems. जो कल हमने किया, the problems in life, how they have to be solved, कैसे उनको solve करना है, भगवान कैसे help करते हैं. भगवान हमारे problems की वजह से हमें कैसे सिखाते हैं. So through our problems, what indications we get and what Krishna wants us to become out of our problems. So let me welcome everybody from the YouTube, Nagina Manchanda, Chandni Arora, Meeta Mohta, Shweta Chava, Sabzar, Aditya Raj, Sandhya, Shweta, Garima Kumari, Niharika Das, Naresh Bali, Latisha Nasha, Nikita Bhattacharya, Meenakshi Khare, Bhavna Dheer, Shubham, Gajendra Singh, Dipali Dave, Moini Tandon, Sushma Sharma, Shireen Chetram, Kaushal Alam Yadav, Monica Negyana, and many more joining in. And there is on the Facebook also Ritika Bhalla, Bhakti Kaushal, Kailash Bhatia, Gajendra Rinku, Satya Prasad, Pramil Mago, and many more joining in. So I welcome you all, and because of the YouTube issue, some net issue, so I'm delayed by a few minutes. So कल का हम continue करेंगे. As I said कि कल हमने किया था DICPP. So DIC, what is DIC? कृष्णा जब हमें problems देते हैं, जब problems हमें आती हैं हमारे अपने कर्मों के हिसाब से, तो क्या होता है ये problems हमें, अगर we get defeated by these problems, then that's क्या होगा? How actually, if we get defeated by these problems, then there will be suffering. There will be lots of suffering. But if we develop out of these problems, in problems को हम कैसे face करते हैं, and we develop our character out of this, a bold character, a very strong character. So क्या होगा कि हम जो है इन problems को face करके we will come out like, जैसे कहते हैं सोना जो है जब उसको तपाया जाता है तो कुंदन बन जाता है. So purity comes up. तो ऐसे ही ये problems तपस्या का काम करती हैं. They put us through a test. So these are actually the tests that happen. And ये test हमें भगवान क्या देते हैं? He directs you. He gives you a direction. He's hinting to someone something. When the problem comes up, there is some hint coming. Ki yes, तुम्हें क्या करना है? If you are a devotee, you know what you have to do. So this is the directions coming. Like just yesterday I said, sometimes God must light a fire under you to get you motivated. तो आप किसी चीज में ढीले पड़ रहे हैं, पर जैसे ही कोई प्रॉब्लम आती है आप तत्पर हो जाते हैं. You become more strong. So that is how Krishna's plans are for his devotees. So they seek the problems like this and then inspect you. DICPP. So inspect you. Then C comes, he corrects you. Third, protect you and perfect you. So जिन्होंने कल का लेक्चर सुना था, कल की क्लास सुनी थी, they can go back. अगर जिन्होंने नहीं सुना है, they can go back and listen. जिन्होंने सुना है, if they want to revise, they can again go back and listen to yesterday's class. So as I said, today I'll be taking question answer. So there were few questions that had come up and I wanted to clarify them. So that is why I'm going to take those questions now with you, because ये questions जो है ये हमारे doubts को clear करना बहुत जरूरी है. When we clear our doubts, that becomes like हम अपने doubts को clear करके ही सारे संशय से बच सकते हैं. और जो संशय होते हैं वो हमें क्या करते हैं, हमें doubts जो हैं वो बाधा बन जाते हैं हमारी भक्ति में. तो हमें doubts को नहीं रखना है अपने हृदय में, doubts को बाहर निकालना है. So we will be going through the questions. There was a question on the YouTube yesterday, and that question really I wanted to take. It is from Sagar Gaurav. He put this question to me. Hare Krishna, thank you Mataji for your kind lecture. Sometimes problems are so that it causes destruction in the path of devotion. So कई बार ऐसी problems होती हैं जो भक्ति के पथ में, जो भक्ति कर रहे हैं उसमें बाधा बनती है. And in the path of devotion, even if you remember Lord Hari. So he says, even if I'm remembering Krishna, then also some problems, they come in the path and they cause some destruction. In my case, I accept it as own karma. But because in the same time, I'm bewildered by the influence of external energy and imbibed mode of nature of before karma, I am defeated in spite of remembering Lord Hari. Any thoughts or opinions on this from you would be grateful. So he has asked this question that the external energy is at work. माया, भगवान की external energy है, बहिरंगा शक्ति, वो काम पर रहती है, वो हमें विचलित करती है, उसका काम है हमें illusion में डालना, हमें भ्रमित करना, और हम बहुत जल्दी भ्रमित हो जाते हैं. तो लॉ ऑफ कर्मा तो है ही. देयर इज लॉ ऑफ कर्मा, दैट इज व्हाई वी आर इन दैट सिचुएशन. आप उस प्रॉब्लम पूल ऑफ प्रॉब्लम में क्यों आ गए? बिकॉज समथिंग यू हैड डन इन योर प्रीवियस बर्थ. आपने पिछले जन्मों में कुछ किया था. दैट इज व्हाई दिस लॉ ऑफ कर्मा इट वर्क, एंड आप उस सिचुएशन में गिर गए. अब उस सिचुएशन में आप कैसे रिस्पॉन्ड करते हो, ये भगवत गीता सिखाती है. दैट हाउ यू रिस्पॉन्ड, आप कैसे रिस्पॉन्ड करोगे. इफ यू रिस्पॉन्ड नाइसली, देन ऑफ कोर्स यू विल कम आउट विथ फ्लाइंग कलर्स. कल जैसे मैंने कहा था, अगर हम इस सिचुएशन में गिर गए और हमने अच्छे से रिस्पॉन्ड नहीं किया, तो प्रॉब्लम इज गोइंग टू इंक्रीज मैनी फोल्ड, और जब वो इंक्रीज होगी इट विल ब्रिंग स्ट्रेस एंड एंग्जाइटी इन लाइफ. तो हमें क्या करना चाहिए? ही इज आस्किंग दिस ओनली, दैट आई एम bewildered by the influence of external energy though I am chanting. भक्त क्या सोचता है? जब भक्त के ऊपर कोई प्रॉब्लम आती है, तो वो क्या सोचता है? जब उस पर कोई प्रॉब्लम आती है, वो यही सोचता है कि ये प्रॉब्लम तो बहुत बड़ी होनी थी, ये तो पहाड़ जितनी बड़ी होनी थी, पर भगवान ने इसको राई के दाने के बराबर कर दिया. एंड ये सत्य है, क्योंकि हमारे अंदर इतना कॉन्फिडेंस, इतनी एनर्जी, इतनी स्ट्रेंथ आ जाती है. भक्ति क्या देती है? भक्ति स्ट्रेंथ देती है. भक्ति जो है वो हमारा, हम अपनी वीकनेसेस को ओवर पावर कर लेते हैं. वी कंट्रोल, वी हैव आवर ओन कंट्रोल. नहीं तो हम अगर भक्त नहीं होते तो हमारा कंट्रोल किसके हाथ में होता है? हमारे माइंड के. हमारा मन कंट्रोल ले लेता है, और मन फिर हमें बहुत विचलित करता है. वो बहिरंगा शक्ति जो माया है, वो मन के द्वारा कार्य करती है. हम इतने विचलित हो जाते हैं, इल्यूजन हो जाते हैं कि हम इधर उधर क्या ढूंढ रहे होते हैं, कोई उपाय जल्दी से मिल जाए, कुछ ऐसा हो जाए, तो हम कहाँ फंस जाते हैं? वी गो टू डिफरेंट, actually we get attracted to the different kinds of solutions we look for. और वो different kinds of solutions जो हैं वो हमें क्या करेंगे? those solutions will actually, वो हमें entice कर रहे हैं, अपनी ओर आकर्षित कर रहे हैं, पर ultimately वो हमें डिफीट करवा देंगे, बिकॉज वो माया मन के द्वारा कार्य में रत है. अगर वो ही मन को जीत लिया और अपना कंट्रोल खुद ले लिया, और खुद लेने का कंट्रोल का अर्थ है कि जो भगवान कह रहे हैं, the way the Krishna has quoted in the Bhagavad Gita, we are following that, to sure we are going on the right track. So Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, there are three modes of material nature: the mode of passion, the mode of goodness, the mode of ignorance. So come out of the mode of ignorance. And if you're in the mode of passion, you have to rise above to the mode of goodness. And again, leave the mode of goodness also and go to the pure goodness. Shuddh Sattva. So Vishuddh Sattva means the Vasudev state, the state where you are just connected to the Supreme Lord. That's very important. So we have actually to understand this, that how we are in this world dealing with our problems, dealing with the suffering that is coming from our problems. So this is very important, because how we respond, that is going to actually, that is a $1 million question. How we respond. Our response is everything. So that is how our response will actually, Krishna is putting us in a problem so that we may become perfect. और हम अगर भगवान को साथ जोड़कर रखेंगे, if we are connected to the Supreme Lord, then what happens? If we are remembering Hari, as you said in your question, Gaurav, that you remember Hari, you don't forget Krishna. So if you are still chanting, any problem may come, you keep on chanting, you keep on actually eating prasadam, you be strict with your sadhana. Sadhana means the way you actually performing the devotional service. That is sadhana. So when you are strong enough in your sadhana, in your devotional service, then may whatever may come, you can face the world. You will come out with flying colors. You will come out of this problem. The problems will not be able to defeat you. They will develop you into the spiritual life. So there is another question I'm looking at right now. There is from Rodi Boritzer. He says, what do you advise to live with toxic family, distracting you even concentrate from being yourself, continuous anger, insecurity, unhappiness. It affects me negatively, even meditate, pulling me down. Yes, living with a toxic family. You see, the situations are all. हम किस situation में आते हैं when we are into a situation. Family is a situation. We don't choose. That is our destiny. We get our parents, we get our uh, other members of the family, the siblings, everybody in the family. It is actually due to our old previous karmas. It's all due to our karmas that we've got a birth in such a family. And if such a family has got some, they distract you from bhakti, they distract you from devotional service, they make you unhappy, they make you feel insecure, they make you feel anger and frustration comes to you into you when you are with them. So how you to deal with them, you're asking. You have to deal with them very nicely, politely, humbly, because you are trying to follow a path of meditation. So, where you are following a path of meditation, that is the chanting is meditation. It's called japa meditation. When you're trying to follow that path, you have to exhibit your best. You have to keep on get the connection to the Supreme Lord. You have to keep it going. So, what that toxic family in itself will understand that they're inflicting so many negativity on you, and still you're able to face them. Still, you're able to not to take their the negativity, but give them back the positivity. अब मैं इसको आई एक्सप्लेन इन हिंदी ऑल्सो फॉर अदर्स. दैट इज व्हेन अगर आप जब किसी की नेगेटिविटी लेते हैं, आपका जन्म जो होता है किसी भी परिवार में, वो क्यों हुआ है? क्योंकि आपके कर्मों के हिसाब से आपका जन्म हुआ है. आपने कुछ ऐसे कर्म किए, आपको ऐसे फैमिली मेंबर्स मिले, जो कुछ ऐसे मिले जिन्होंने आपकी भक्ति को सराहा. कुछ ऐसे हो गए जिन्होंने आपकी भक्ति को सराहा नहीं, आपकी भक्ति को नकारा. तो हमें अलग तरह के लोग मिलते हैं हमारे अपने कर्मों के हिसाब से. जैसे कर्म हमने किए थे वैसे ही लोग हमारे आसपास जुड़ जाते हैं. और यहाँ इनका प्रश्न है कि अगर टॉक्सिक फैमिली है, ऐसे लोग हैं जो आपको, आप अच्छा कर रहे हैं बट वो आपको नेगेटिव दे रहे हैं. आप भक्ति करना चाहते हैं, वो आपसे बुरा बर्ताव करते हैं, वो आपको भक्ति में बाधा डालते हैं, तो आप बहुत नाराज होते हैं, आप अनहैप्पी हो जाते हैं, आप अच्छा नहीं फील करते हैं, एंगर आता है आप में. तो इसको आप कहते हैं कि वो मेरी भक्ति में बाधा कर रहे हैं, मैं मेडिटेट भी नहीं कर पाता, मैं चैंटिंग नहीं कर पाता, अगर ऐसे लोग हों। तो इनका सवाल है कि कैसे क्या करना चाहिए ऐसे लोगों के बीच में? ऐसे लोगों के बीच में आई नो इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट, बहुत कठिन है, बट ऐसे लोगों के बीच में हम कौन हैं ये देखना है। हम भगवान की भक्ति कर रहे हैं। वी वांट टू बी इन द प्योर, हम किस स्टेज में जाना चाहते हैं? We are worried first about ourselves. We want to cross the stage of mode of goodness also and go into the stage of pure goodness. So our goals are very high. So जब हमारे goals लक्ष्य high हैं, we have got very high goals. तो हमें अपने goals को high हैं, तो हमारा मेहनत भी ज्यादा होगी. You see, when you're going, जब आप pressure लगाते हैं, when you are climbing a mountain is a big, it's a mountain को हम कहेंगे, it's a big problem in our life. Like अगर हम climb करना चाहते हैं mountain, we have to go across the mountain, so we have to actually climb the mountain. So mountain को चढ़ना है तो हमें force लगाना है. We have to put all our force. So हमारा force लगेगा तो हम mountain climb करके दूसरी तरफ उतर जाएंगे. ऐसे ही ये प्रॉब्लम आई है about toxic relations. This is a big mountain kind of a problem in our life. So how do we face this problem? We actually we push against it. So we need extra force. We need extra strength. From where will that come? That comes from again from the Supreme Lord. So when we get connected to the Supreme Lord, then what happens? He helps us. He stands with us. He makes us more strong to go across them, to deal with such people. He is the source of positivity. And the source of positivity is when with us. Then how can any negative force remain there? So the negativity जो हमारे जीवन की है वो भी बदल जाएंगी. जो लोग हमें परेशान करते हैं वो भी बदल जाएंगे, क्योंकि उनके हृदय में कौन रहता है? उनके हृदय में भगवान रहते हैं. In their hearts also Krishna is there. And Krishna says, I am actually seated in everyone's heart. I know what they are from inside. And if you are a devotee, you are trying sincerely to be with Krishna, to be positive, then Krishna helps you. He is seated in other person's heart also. He will change the other person also. The other person will also be able to understand you. But one thing you got to have in this: tolerance and patience. Two things they go there. You got to have some tolerance in you and lot of patience. You have to tolerate what is coming your way. You can leave the place. You can, if the anger is coming up, leave the place. Follow the instructions. Ki anger, when there is anger, what we have to do? Leave the place, count, do chanting, go out, start chanting, relax your mind, relax, actually, relax the whatever thoughts you're coming in your mind, just put them on a hold and say, I will not listen to them. I will only do what I know. I want more strength, I will chant more. I will chant more nicely, I will chant more attentively. So the more attentively we chant, more nicely we chant, it's going to happen that these toxic, the toxicity of the relationships, it will go away, it will subside. I have seen it in my personal life. It does happen. So there is another question. I can just see something. Simardeep Singh Gandhi. He's saying, Hare Krishna Mataji, I'm facing a problem since past few months. I've commented the problem in your video. Please read it. I could not write it here due to a glitch. Oh, it's very difficult for me to go back and read. Sorry. If you put it here, it would have been easy for me to answer. Anyway, you can put it next time there. I will, then I can help. Janet Harai says, Quran says Allah is God, Bhagavad Gita says Krishna is God, Bible says Jehovah is God, then how to believe that Krishna is the absolute truth, the supreme God? The God is one. God is always supposed to be one. He may have different names. So you can call him by the name of Allah, you can call him by the name of Jehovah, you can call him anything. You can call him Krishna. He is only one. So God is always one. So just relax and chant the holy name. When you chant the holy name, it is bound to bring, when it is chanted very nicely, very perfectly, very attentively, it is going to bring change in your life. So don't worry. You can chant any name. They are Krishna's name. They are the names of the God. So I'm looking for any questions. Yes, yesterday there was another question. I will just take Sanjay your question later. There was another question yesterday that was put to me. वो क्वेश्चन था कि भक्ति इज एक्चुअली पीपल डू भक्ति क्यों करते हैं? क्योंकि अपनी वीकनेसेस को छुपाने के लिए. दे आर वीक पर्सन्स, दैट इज व्हाई दे टेक टू भक्ति. Escapism. They want to escape from the suffering of the world. They want to escape from their problems. That is why they take to bhakti. That is why they take to devotional life. That is why they take this as an excuse to go to the temple, to spend time there, to listen the lectures, to listen to the glories of the Lord, to sing the glories of the Lord. That they do this because they want to escape from the suffering of the world. In one sense, it's true. Yes, they want to escape from the suffering of the world. Second sense, it is not true that they are not weak. They are very strong, because it's very, very difficult to do devotional service. It's very, very difficult to do bhakti. Bhakti is not an easy thing. Giving yourself, committing yourself to devotional life, it's very tough. Getting up every day in the morning at 3:30 without any, like, there is no compulsion on you that you have to get up or you are going to get some money out of it. You won't get any power of money. You won't get any power of because we are actually कलयुग के जीव जो हैं वो लालची जीव है. We are greedy. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, in the Bhagavatam also, that in Kali Yuga people are very greedy. They will do anything for money, for power, because they want the strength of money. They want to borrow the strength of money. They want to borrow strength from power. They want to borrow strength from flattery. तो उनको वो स्ट्रेंथ अच्छी लगती है. बट जो भक्त होते हैं उन्हें एक ही स्ट्रेंथ मिलती है, दैट इज द सुप्रीम लॉर्ड. So the devotees, and they get up early in the morning. So devotional life is not very easy. It is tough. So जो लोग कहते हैं कि escapism है, it's very difficult for them to understand. If they come and join us and do the same with us for a few days, they will understand how devotional life is not that easy, that you're escaping something. So it is very important for us to understand what devotional life is. Devotional life is actually bringing us closer to the Supreme Lord, taking us out of our suffering. The real sufferings of this world is, we all know, Janam Mrityu Jara Vyadi. Janam, birth, death, disease, and old age. This is the suffering of life. Everybody suffers from there. Everybody suffers from these four. Everybody takes birth. The pain and suffering comes in the birth, during the birth. The suffering and pain comes during the death. When we die, we suffer. Disease brings suffering, and old age is a suffering in itself. So these four are the sufferings everybody has to go through. So suffering is there, and we want to become strong to face this suffering and never to return to face this suffering again. So Krishna says, the Bhagavatam says, that how you can escape from the suffering of this world by surrendering to the Supreme Lord, by chanting the glories of the Supreme Lord. So Bhagavatam explains us that how we can actually become strong by chanting the holy name, and we can escape from this suffering. So we are not escaping from the family life. We are not escaping from our responsibilities. There is a difference in that. People think if you are into devotional life, you will actually you want to escape from your responsibilities. You want to escape from your married life, or you want to escape from your business, from the pressure of your job. No. A devotee actually, he takes all the pressures very nicely and very easily. Very comfortably he sails through. All the kinds of pressures, whatever come his life, he actually goes through them very nicely and very perfectly. So this is important for us. When we chant the holy name with full attention and love. So that is how it is so nice for us. कि हम जब भगवान का नाम, there is a request coming that I explain in both the languages. Yes, जब हम भगवान का नाम का जप करते हैं, तो हम इतने शक्तिशाली हो जाते हैं, इतने स्ट्रांग हो जाते हैं कि हम हर प्रकार की सफरिंग को ले सकते हैं, हर प्रकार के प्रेशर को ले सकते हैं, और अपनी प्रॉब्लम को बहुत सरलता से सॉल्व कर सकते हैं. हम एस्केपिज्म, भक्ति के द्वारा हम एस्केप नहीं कर रहे. कई लोग सोचते हैं हम भक्ति कर रहे हैं तो हम एस्केप करना चाहते हैं. किससे? अपनी ड्यूटीज, अपनी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज से. हम भक्ति कर रहे हैं, लोगों के मन में सबसे पहले भय आता है कि आप अपना घर छोड़ दोगे. आप नाम का जप कर रहे हो, लोग सोचते हो ये तो नाम जप रहे हैं, भगवान का नाम जपते हैं, रात दिन जपते हैं, ये घर छोड़ देंगे, घर बार छोड़ देंगे, ये बिजनेस छोड़ देंगे, जॉब छोड़ देंगे, बच्चों को छोड़ देंगे, वाइफ को छोड़ देंगे, हस्बैंड को छोड़ देगी वाइफ, अगर वो भक्ति कर रही है. ये सब मन के वहम है. कोई कुछ नहीं छोड़ेगा, पर सब रिलेशंस को अच्छे से मेंटेन करेगा. वो हर चीज में रहते हुए सारे प्रेशर लेगा. जो भी भक्ति जो कर रहे हैं, उनके जीवन में कुछ संघर्ष आता है, वो बहुत सरलता से उसको पूरा कर पाते हैं, उस संघर्ष को वो झेल पाते हैं. So this is how devotees are. Devotees are very strong. They become strong how? Bhakti karne se. They become strong when they chant the holy name. So I'm going to end the session now. Amandeep Singh, you have to actually contact me. You have to listen to the lectures which have been recorded earlier, and you will understand that there is, or you read my book, Vaishnav Teachings in Sikhism. Those who have questions regarding the Granth Sahib and the Gita, they should read my book, Vaishnav Teachings in Sikhism, and then you will understand that how the Granth Sahib even, हमें ग्रंथ साहब भी क्या बताती है और भगवत गीता क्या बता रही है. दोनों की सिमिलैरिटीज आप समझ पाएंगे. So there is, you will have to actually read that book and understand it. That's what. Garima says, since I got married, I am not stable. I don't want to leave my family, but my in-laws insist me to leave the house. I do chanting, but still has fear of insecurity. I have not understood your question, Garima, but just keep on chanting. I would request you, just keep on chanting. जितना हम जप करेंगे, उतना ही हम स्ट्रांग होंगे, उतना ही हमारे अंदर भक्ति करने की, जितनी श्रद्धा बढ़ेगी भक्ति की, उतने हमारे अनर्थ खत्म होंगे, उतनी हमारी स्ट्रेंथ बढ़ेगी. So please go ahead and do that. And how Sanjay says, how do we increase our faith in God? The faith in God increases when you're in the association of devotees. जब हम भक्तों के संग में बैठते हैं, हमारा faith बढ़ता है, हमारा faith जो है वो strong होता है. तो हमारे faith को strong बनाना है. जब भक्तों के संग में आएंगे, inspiration आएगी, motivation आएगी. तो इसीलिए कहा है, दो श्रद्धा तदो साधु संग तदो भजन क्रिया तथा अनर्थ निवृत्ति. सो जब हम भगवान का नाम जपते हैं, हमारे अंदर थोड़ी सी श्रद्धा होती है, तो भगवान हमें भक्तों का संग दे देते हैं. भक्तों के संग में हम नाम का जप करते हैं और हम धीरे धीरे आगे बढ़ते हैं, हमारे अनर्थ चले जाते हैं और भगवान के नाम में हमारी रुचि आसक्ति बढ़ती है और हमारा प्रेम बढ़ता है भगवान से. हरि बोल. So I'm ending the session here. Thank you very much for joining in. We'll meet again. And those who have their doubts, they should actually they should read the Vaishnav teachings in Sikhism for any doubts they have. Hari Bol. Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Bhagavad Ki jai. God Premanande. Hari Hari Bol.